on the Lachlan Valley Way, and we're 50 k's out of Lake Cargelligo, going through a place called Wallenterry. We've just been excited to see our first hills for over 1,000 k's. Quite good hills. That's not the Koorawatha.
What is it then?
Well,
You've got the map. It's about 10k away.
the Lachlan Valley Way still.
We'll be alright until almost we get home.
Yeah, almost till we get home. This is the trick we're going to follow. Approaching the sign saying we're entering Lake Cargelligo. We soon had our home set up beside the lake at Dead Man's Point, and a couple of sandwiches and a cup of tea, a book and a good view. We sat back to enjoy the afternoon. And it's about 6:30 in the evening. And my favourite birds of all time are just cruising past as you do on Lake Cargelligo. Oh, they're just the most awesome birds. And they're cruising towards a heron. I'll just move around. He's fishing for his supper on the point. You're looking at my pelicans, are you? Aren't they gorgeous? Don't you love my pelicans?
There's a black swan out in the lake.
I thought there'd have to be... Oh, I see him. He's coming. I thought there'd have to be a swan as well. Ah. This is what heaven's all about, I reckon. Here comes the swanny. Come on, swanny, where are you? There you are. Hi, swan. Coming to say good day to the pellies, are you, mate? How lucky you to live on this. The gloaming, Lake Cargelligo. We left Lake Cargelligo the following morning, heading for our next stop beside the Lachlan at Condobolin. This was a nice spot beside Walleroy Creek where we stopped for lunch on the way. We're still beside the Lachlan, but this time we're in Condobolin. And we're sharing our camping site with all of these wonderful birds. One of 10 cockies singing to us from the trees. And we're camped at the Lachlan Riverside Van Park. Decided we'd have I think it's the second van park we've stayed in, Queanbeyan being the first. And here we are. We're batting down for rain if it comes. Thunderbird, what? Bundaberg, sorry. That's Bundaberg, LL, Lemon Lime and B, LLB, isn't it? Condobolin this morning, and we're on the Lachlan Valley Way, 27th of March. We're heading for a weir that we may or may not decide to camp at, Gemmalong Weir on the Lachlan this side of Forbes. The Lachlan Valley Way is part of a travelling stock route system of roads, and here are some animals travelling. perhaps, or maybe just out of the fence. Dog was there, was he?
Yeah, dog.
He's left a few behind. Gee, they're pretty trees, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is Gemalong Creek near Gemalong Weir. It's a free camp spot, very nice. Except the birds are here, of course. Coming into Forbes on the Lachlan River. Lachlan River into Forbes. Fitzgerald's Bridge it's called. Lots of traffic go over Fitzgerald's Bridge. Driven through Forbes. We're on the other side of Forbes, still following Lachlan Valley Way, heading towards Cowra. More cattle on the road.
At least 1,000.
Yeah, lots of animals taking the travelling stock route, probably to get feed, or maybe to move into a paddock. And there's a cow about to go in front of that car. I wouldn't take them on, most of them have got horns. Oh no. Some of them have got horns. But you would not be popular if you took one of these guys on. Eh? We set up our camp beside the Lachlan, this time at the Anglican church site at Gooloogong, another beautiful free camp. We're sitting by the fire above the Lachlan River at Gooloogong, on the site of the original first old Anglican church here. There is no church here now, there's a homestead, there's a river, there's the full moon, there's us, there's a fire, and there's Sammy, the dog. And it's nice, the crickets are cricketing.
No, they've probably given up.
The cockies aren't cockying, thank
Cricketers
goodness.
have probably resigned.
Oh, yeah, we won't talk about Australian cricketers. Anyway, we're going to enjoy the fire now. On Lachlan Valley Way, heading down to Cowra, through irrigated green pastures. With sheep in them. Valley Way, we've seen evidence of very, very strong wind damage done to the trees on the side of the road and elsewhere.
Big storm about 3 months ago.
Yeah, that's when it was, about 3 months ago. Very, very strong winds came through and caused a lot of havoc. There was a tree down beside our camp at Gooloogong. Beautiful country. We're coming into Cowra on the Lachlan River, of course. Beautiful rose gardens in the spring and autumn. And we're going over the bridge, over the Lachlan River at Cowra Bridge. And the first traffic light we've seen for about 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do at red? What does that mean? I've forgotten. I think it might mean stop because the guy in front's doing that. Main Street of Cowra. Right. Diesel there is 125.9. But it is that alternative fuel. Wow. Peak hour in Cowra. Busy town this morning. Yeah. All the petunias are petuniing. If that's what petunias do. Yeah, almost at a town called Koorawatha, where one of my father's sisters, Florence, is residing in the cemetery with her husband Harold. Bang Bang Creek. We're ambling down Cemetery Lane at Koorawatha. This is Auntie Flo. Unfortunately, I never had the pleasure of meeting her. It was lunchtime by the time we arrived back in town at Koorawatha, so we decided to pull up at the local hotel, which was the only establishment offering sustenance at that time. After ordering a couple of beers and a pub burger each, we sat outside and enjoyed the view over the hills and past this fascinating old home, which is a shortcut to avoid Young, against Norm's better judgment, I suspect. Heading to where? I've forgotten.
No idea where we're going, no, for short navigating.
Ringo.
Turn left onto 9 Mile Gap Road.
Turn left on Cargelligo Gap Road.
Continue on 9 Mile Gap Road for 10 kilometres.
Leaving Boorawa, still on the Lachlan Valley Way. Last leg of our Lachlan Valley Way adventure. Last leg of our Lachlan adventure. We'll be home tomorrow. last camp for this trip was at the Gunning Showground, another one of our favourite spots to stop. And we headed out to the local hotel for a nice pub meal. We're on the last leg of our journey home and we're about to close the circle of our Lachlan bit. We're stopping off at Breadalbane to say g'day to the beginning of the Lachlan, having visited the almost end of it. Here our green hill's almost at home. Just left Gunning, come over the hill. I think is it the Yes Hill?
Gunning Hill.
Gunning Hill.
Gunning Hill.
Oh, we've gunned it over the Gunning Hill. There you go. Beautiful countryside here.
It's a monument to human hoffman.
So our Ambles have come full circle, back to Breadalbane, back to the headwaters of the Lachlan River, where we started back at the beginning of March. Now we're merging onto the Hume Highway, the last leg of our journey home. And now off the Hume onto the Illawarra Highway, 13 kilometres to go. And up the hill to Moss Vale, where we call home, Leighton Gardens and the clock at the railway. And the last leg of the Illawarra Highway before we go straight ahead up Bong Bong Hill and home. We're back home again. Lovely green lawns, pink in the sky, almost full moon in, maybe you can see it, maybe not. It's nice to be home. We had a lovely trip away, but it is nice to be home.